Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Bianconerizone's podcast. It is season 2, episode 3. My name is Julian Gennady, and with me is Alejandro Fonsello. Before we give you any topic that we're going to be talking about today, how are you, my friend?
Oh, good. Like the World Cup is almost over. I'm enjoying it, but um, it's not the same as watching just club football. I had that debate on social
Yeah, I
media.
saw that. I saw you
I
do
don't,
that.
yeah, because I don't. It's fun, but when I watch World Cup, I don't feel. I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying hate, but like I don't feel like the rivalry. If you know what I mean. Like it's tense, but it's tense in a manner where I'm like, I don't know. It's fun to watch, but
Yeah.
it's not the same. It doesn't give me the same feeling as watching club football because I think club football is much better.
What if I said Italy was in the quarterfinal?
Yeah, it will be excited, I will be
Okay.
stressed, but I wouldn't be as
Yeah.
stressed even if I watch Juve play a regular game. Especially like if
Okay.
we play away to Verona, I'm stressed. Like I'm stressed
Yeah.
because I know
Yeah.
we will struggle. Um, yeah, I like it's good, it's fun, but it's not. It doesn't give me the same feeling or like let's say it was Portugal Switzerland. I wasn't like, oh my god, it's Portugal Switzerland.
Yeah.
Like looking forward to all day. But if it might sound ridiculous, but if it's Bayern Dortmund and I'm free on a Saturday, I'm looking forward to watch that game because the rivalry, all those things.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
that's
I
me
don't agree with that
personal.
one.
Yeah, that's just me personal. I
Yeah,
think it's
I know.
also better. It's better to watch.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you're watching Bayern Munich against Borussia Dortmund compared to like no slight on Switzerland because they kind of beat us out, us in Italy. Switzerland suck. Like that's a bad team. So I understand that point of view. But like France and England, Argentina, Holland, like come on.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to those games.
That's better. That's better than Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, probably like quality wise, yes, but like off the field, like everything what's around that
Fair.
game,
Yeah, that's
no.
fair.
But I do enjoy it. But like I'm happy it's almost over. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
There's
And the
what
fact that
eight games total left.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like the final is next Sunday basically.
Yep.
Um, but the fact that the next World Cup, right? There are gonna be more teams into it. Um, kind of drains the excitement even more. Like I get it. Like a lot of nations teams get a shot at it, but I don't think it's gonna be a very good watch. Like I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. I feel that too. Like 48 teams, holy smokes. There was already so many bad teams this one. But enough about the World Cup because we got some more stuff going on behind the scenes at Juventus, not on the pitch stuff that you're looking forward to. By the way,
Yep.
our first game's not until January 4th, everyone. So still a long time away. I still think we have that friendly though, December 18th. I believe at least.
Yeah, and an extra one because we wanted to play Barca, but they said no.
Yeah.
But the club is finding a new team.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know, but the Arsenal one is kind of confirmed. So
Okay. So December 18th, we'll see. Well, obviously, we don't have all of our World Cup players playing, but
no,
we should have a good Italian chunk.
yeah,
But let's get into what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a potential sale, not nothing close to being confirmed yet. A potential sale of Juventus. We'll talk about potentially Beppe Marotta returning, that rumor, and we'll touch on Rabiot a bit. What do you have to say? At the time of recording, the day Rabiot gave his little press conference, little interview. He didn't, and people were losing their minds on social media, but we'll get into that later. First, let's get into the great topic of will Juventus sell their club? Will John Elkann and EXOR sell Juventus? Is it feasible? Is it realistic? Can you see this happening?
okay. So up to I'm gonna say like 3 years ago, no, I would say
Yeah.
no, 100% no. Now I think it's a serious option. Now I don't think it's gonna be next season because like 2023 because that was the report basically. For some reasons, one they own the club for 100 years in 23, so I don't think they're gonna do that then. Two, the club is kind of not an all-time low, but it's in a mess. So I don't know how easy it's gonna be to sell, like, because
Yeah, like Jeff Bezos come by Juventus. Hold on. What am I dealing with? What behind the scenes? What will Jeff Bezos be dealing with?
yeah. So like that makes me on the flip side, it's maybe an incentive to to sell, just get rid of
Yeah.
it. Basically, that's the flip side of it. I don't think it's gonna be happening now, but I think it's a serious option because I think like you put in Agnelli, or like he put in Agnelli there, who actually cares about the club. Maybe in the last 3 years, I'm not gonna say he didn't care, but like I think he cared about the wrong things a little bit too
Yep.
much, rightfully so, or not, because I mean football is in a bad moment, especially Italy. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's gone and he's putting in all those quote unquote bankers or whatever you want to call it, I said it when that came out in the previous podcast. I don't see that as a good sign. I don't think it's excited. Like I don't think it's an exciting time to be looking forward to have so many people in the club making decisions who have no idea what football is. Basically, I don't think
Yep.
I don't think that's the way to go, but whatever. I get why it's happening now. So that's that. But I saw a lot of people being happy about the news. I
Which
don't
part?
know
The sale?
being sold. I don't know how you can be happy about the unknown. like um, like you can end up in a very bad situation.
Can I interrupt for a sec? I think people are happy because they see the 2 billion euro net worth, and they think some Saudi prince, some oil country, some Jeff Bezos, American billionaire, will come and swoop Juventus off their feet. When realistically, that is not the case. Why? These are
We
smart business people. Why would they do this? Why would
if
they
we
buy
were
Juventus
playing
now?
if we were playing in the Premier League, I would kind of be excited in terms of
Yeah,
they're coming in, they're probably gonna spend, because you're gonna
yeah,
get a shitload of money out of it. We're playing in
yeah,
Serie A. Like we are
yep,
worth apparently 2 billion euros.
yeah.
That's not a lot of like it's a lot of money, but it's kind of sad that we're only worth 2 billion euros. Like let's be honest, of the club we are, the magnitude in the world. Like everybody knows the club. We have fans all over the world, a lot of them. Like being worth 2 million euros, it's actually not that much. Like let's be honest, like it's not that much. Like I don't know how much Newcastle got sold for. Uh,
I think Chelsea was 4 billion, and Man
yeah,
United's like listed at 6.3 or something.
and I get why. By the way, like I'm not saying we
Yeah,
should be worth that much, but like you have teams like Everton pushing 2 billion.
yeah,
Like Everton, with all due respect.
yeah.
So I don't like. My fear is the club gets sold and we get sold to some American fund or whatever, and we're screwed.
Yep.
Like nobody
Consortium,
cares
whatever.
about the
Yep.
club. Yeah, they don't care about the club. Like, they don't care one bit. So that's my fear because I know these owners, they do care about the club. Now, do we spend like others? Like apparently we burn 700 million euros. So that's that.
Yeah.
But we don't do business like Premier League club do like other clubs do business. So that's the
No.
flip side of it. I get that, but I'd rather be owned by people who care than be owned by people who don't care at all. Because
Absolutely.
I think if we go down that route, it's gonna be a very long time. So I cannot be excited about it. Like I'm actually kind of not scared because I don't think it's gonna be happening soon.
It's the
but
unknown. You're scared of the unknown.
yeah.
So I'll throw a hypothetical at you. Would you take a Todd Bowley type of owner?
No, because he has no clue what he's doing. Yeah, he spends some money, but like, it's just Paratici, but with more money, basically. Like he's spending money, but he's doing it
Yeah.
without any. And maybe he gets people in who knows what they need to do. But at this point,
Like he's done at Chelsea now.
yeah. So let's see. But he's spending
Yeah.
the money, so I'm not gonna, not wisely,
Yeah.
but whatever. He's spending the money. But no. Like if we get sold, like I don't really care. I want a shitload of money. No morals.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is because that's where football is heading. No,
That's how you compete. You compete with the PSG, the Newcastle now. They're getting kind of scary. You see Aston Villa going to bid for Joao Felix and Tammy Abraham. Like that's 100 million plus. Like Aston Villa, 14th in the league. That's scary.
yeah, I agree. Like we tried, like all of us tried about oil
Yeah.
money and all those things. Well, that's the direction we're going into. No,
Yeah,
Like, it
absolutely.
is what it is. Like if you want to stay relevant, that's the direction. Unless UEFA steps in and says now it's enough and we're gonna relegate everything or like whatever.
Yeah.
Who comes in? That's not gonna happen.
No.
So that's the way to go. But we're like Serie A is not appealing. I don't
Nope.
think anyone is looking at Serie A. Not Juve. Maybe Juve. They're looking at the club because it's a well-known club. You know,
Yeah.
it is. It's known all around the world. Like literally, everybody knows
Yep.
who we are. But then they look at the flip side and like, how are we going to do this in Serie A? Is it going to be a PSG-like thing? It's going to
Yeah.
be like that. It should be like it will be something like that need to happen. Guys, people
that's-
who
yeah.
just burn their money and they actually don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a Saudi state-run team. An oil-run team needs to come in and take this because the comparison to PSG is perfect. You don't have any competition there. You don't get money for playing against Monza at home. You don't. You basically lose money at that point because you're paying salaries and all that. It all adds up, and nobody watches that game either, besides Juventus fans. So, like when, like let's say Man City plays, I don't know, who's a shit team in the Premier League? Nottingham Forest. Everybody's tuning in still.
Yeah, it's
Marketability. Yeah, exactly. So, but is everybody watching PSG against Clermont 29? No. So we need one of those sugar daddies like them. If like you said, literally burning money, which is a shame, but it's come to this. Or on the flip side, to your flip side, are you okay with Elkann staying and EXOR staying?
I am because I am because the reports
Okay.
are they're looking for the reports are they're looking for funds to come in or basically whatever you want to call it, holdings to come in and buy
Yep.
some of the shares and invest and all those things. That pushes me into the direction if they're gonna sell like towards those people. That's
Yep.
the feeling I'm having. You know, I don't. It's difficult, you know. It's very difficult because the PSG owners, they care like he's always there basically.
Yeah, he does
The
care.
men's-
No,
the men's-
you're right. He does.
The Man City owners, they care like he's always there at the games. He's there, or like the guy who takes care of the club, he's there.
Yep.
Always. So they kind of care, but those whatever whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
they don't care. Like they just put
No.
people in place and do your thing, keep it within this budget, whatever. Like that's the worst case scenario. Like
The
that's
Glazers.
actually, yeah, the Glazers, 100%. Kroenke at Arsenal.
Liverpool owners. I've never even seen what FSG looks like.
No,
Who runs FSG?
they're doing a good job now.
They
because
are,
hit goal
but-
with Klopp and they hit goal. But
Yes.
it wasn't like
They're lucky
I don't
they
know.
hit goal.
Yeah,
They're yeah.
struck goal. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't planned or like we want to win. Like they stumble. I believe they stumble on it. Something or like okay, now we kind of need invest something because you know we're on a roll here. But it
Yeah.
took them way too long for a club like Liverpool. Like it took them way
Yeah.
too long. They didn't really care. And they wanted them out. They still want them out. The fans because
Yeah.
they don't give a shit.
Yep.
And they're winning. Like they want stuff. They still want them out because they don't care.
LeBron out.
So, yeah, it's the unknown. Like, it's
I
my
need
biggest fear.
a
It's my greatest fear
yeah.
to get sold to random people who are like, that's a money,
The,
like a money cow, basically.
the worst case scenario is American business owner that likes football, American football more than anything else. That's worst case scenario for an owner. Well, no, worst case scenario is a guy who thinks he can own something and he actually doesn't have the money to do it. But I don't think that we're going to do that. Worst case scenario is American owner that prioritizes other sports and other ventures. Best case scenario is oil money sugar daddy. That's my opinion. Or I'm okay with Elkann staying. By the way, I'm okay with EXOR staying because they see that they are. Wait, who said they were rich again? Who said? Oh, Paratici said, "Hey, these guys are rich. They'll pay you
What?
eventually."
He
He said that
himself
to
said that.
Bonucci.
Oh yeah, he said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you get
Hey,
paid.
Bonucci,
Don't
these
worry.
guys are rich. Don't worry. So they're still rich. We just didn't do it under the guidelines of FIFA and UEFA. So I think they can stay and get us out of this mess just with a whole new regime with bankers. So I'm okay with these guys staying. Now, back to your point of Agnelli cared about getting the best product on the field. These bankers won't know that. And I think that's what you made the point of last episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need a proper sporting director and we need the bankers to see if everything fits and to use the guidelines from UEFA, from FIGC, whatever, from the police. And we should move on from there.
Yeah. But I do think it's becoming an option because I don't know how you can still, EXOR is a company. They own Juve. I don't know
Yep.
how you can can keep going to shareholders or whatever and tell them
You're losing
it's
money.
a mess. You're losing money,
Yeah.
club. Hey, we own the club, me and my family, before you guys came in.
Yeah.
We love the club, but the shareholders are probably like, I don't give a shit
I
about
don't care.
Juve.
Yeah,
I don't care.
exactly.
We're losing money here. I don't really care that you love the club. I think it's coming to that point now. It is. It's
You know what it is? You know Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street selling
Yeah,
penny sales?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
he goes like that and he says, shove it up your ass. That guy who got shoved up the ass is going to say, hey, right back at you, pal.
Yeah.
That's what he's
yeah.
saying. He's like, I'm not buying this anymore. Get out.
Yeah. I
So
think it's very difficult. Like if you don't care
Yeah.
about Juve, like you bought stocks and it was going well. Now it's going down and you're losing money or like it's
Yeah.
not going well. You're like one of the shareholders, like at a meeting, you're probably like, why are we doing this? And what is Elkann saying? Like I don't know what he's saying. We own the club for
John
100
says,
years. It's
yeah,
tradition.
I love Juve.
It's tradition.
I own this. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long you can keep up with it. Again, 9 years it went well, and you can
Yep.
you can sell that. And again, it's been 2 years. Like if it's been a few bad down years, probably shareholders be like, yeah, it's sports, okay.
Yep.
But what happened now? Like I don't know how you can sell that to anyone. My cousin could go to jail.
Yep.
And I don't know.
The guy
like,
running this portion of the company is dumb.
Yeah,
So,
we gave
sorry
him
about him.
700 mil. It's gone. It's gone. We have no clue where it's gone. Investors have
And it's
no
not
clue
going
where it's
well.
gone.
Yeah.
We're still figuring it out where it's gone. Like,
So that German guy sitting in his basement saying, "Oh, I like the Juventus stock. I'm gonna buy some." He's like, "Where's the money? Gone.
yeah,
What do you mean we lost 700 million euros? What do you mean this guy's going to jail? What do you mean all 10 of these guys didn't balance the books correctly? like that's a
Yeah.
joke, by the way.
it's a joke.
That's a joke. And how many weeks later was it correctly rectified, the balance sheet?
Yeah,
2
because
weeks
they
later?
were forced to, basically.
I know, but like, why was it easy to do that? Like, that
Yeah, for obvious reasons. I think.
shame,
But
shame. Like
I
that's
think
shame.
Even worse, how do you want to call it? Departments or like people who need to keep tabs on it will prove things.
Yep.
Well, what were they doing? UEFA setting rules with Juve to
Yep.
be cleared within 3 years. What,
Yep.
like surely you like when you look into things, you're like, hold on, so much money is missing. Where's like I don't actually don't get it. That's why I
The
tweeted out
auditors at
like
UEFA, yeah, the auditors at UEFA should also be fired. Some of
yeah
them.
oh yeah anyway like that's why I tweeted out. I'm not gonna tweet
Yeah.
out any news anymore because like I don't get it actually. How can people miss? I know how Juve could potentially miss that much money. I know why, but how can people who relegate stuff or like set the rules, needs to check
Yep.
things, are missing millions? Like I don't even know how that's possible. Like how?
Yep.
Because surely it's not one people checking it or a few people. It goes through I don't know
Even
departments. I don't.
even the most minor auditor, like the most minor auditing check, has a worker, a manager, and like a big time owner or like a big time manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's like 3 levels it has to go through to be checked. Imagine UEFA, you probably have your normal data entry dude check in, say, "Hey, boss, do you approve?" And then the manager comes in and says, "Okay, looks good to me." And then the head finance guy at UEFA goes, "Yeah, looks good to me too." And then you're all done. Y'all missed it too.
yeah,
Unless obviously the biggest question is there something going behind the scenes?
yeah. But also
You could always ask that though.
like Ronaldo not being paid. Like, like
I
how
don't believe that stuff at all.
like if I'm missing, like I said it on my video yesterday, I'm that serious. If I
Yeah.
get my paycheck and 25 euros is missing, I know.
Yep.
Surely somebody knows 19 million euros is missing or Dybala
Yeah.
5 million euro. Like no, like you
That's a
cannot
lie.
tell me.
Those are lies. Yeah.
Nobody can tell me, and they didn't ask that back. Like there's no
Yeah.
I don't like I'm confused because that's what they're saying. They're not being paid. They haven't been paid. Like
Yeah.
how? Like if they weren't being like because this is from 3 years ago, like almost Sarri, it would have come
Yep.
out really quickly.
Yep.
No,
Like the
I
Inter,
mean,
like the Inter players.
yeah, like and Ronaldo asking the documents to check. I'm like, hold on, like just look up your.
You've been
like,
gone for a year and a half.
no,
Yeah.
but look up your paychecks. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to calculate how much you made at your time.
Yep.
Like you can easily check your paychecks and add things up. No, it's not that difficult. Like let's be completely honest. Like why
And
are you
he
asking
probably
those
has he
documents?
probably has someone he probably has someone to do it for him. Like
Yeah, but like even if you have someone
Yeah.
to do it, it's 19 freaking mil. Like that's 1 year
Yeah.
almost of what he was earning. Like 75% of the year. You know that's not like it's missing. Like Dybala 5
Yeah.
million. Like that's a season of wages. Almost like he was on
Yeah.
7. Like you know that's missing. No? Like
Yeah.
I don't
No,
get
100%.
it. And I think that
That's
would
why I
have
said
leaked
that-
easily. That
Yeah.
that's missing. So I don't know what's
That's,
up.
I don't believe any of that. I believe that what Juventus did was they withheld or they pushed the 1 year's wages to the next balance sheet, to the next fiscal year, and that was wrong. And that's the only concrete news that we know that's happened because Romeo Agresti literally said that.
Yeah, and also there are rumors about like the news is documents of where there were agreements, and then you have lawyers saying that like you can find those documents, but they don't have any value in court.
Substance. Yep.
Yeah, because it's
Yep.
between those things. Like it's whatever. Like if they want to agree on that, it's their thing. But
Yep.
I don't. I'm because they published the news statements, and they like you said, like we were live. They pushed numbers from 1 year to another year again. Like that's
Yep.
probably what happened. So, but then again, I think there's more because 10 people resigned or like got sacked. So
Yeah, but that's what we know right now.
yeah, I get that.
But there's no way 19 million euros was not paid to Ronaldo. There's no way 5 million euros was not paid to Dybala. And all of a sudden they said, "Oh, where is it?"
If that comes out and to be true,
Yeah.
I still think even when there was proof, I will still be sitting here and be like, how? Like, no way. Like,
I would question the intelligence of Ronaldo and Dybala at that point.
Well, me
I would
as
say,
well.
how do you not know?
Yeah, maybe they know, but like, I mean, you want your money. Like, if it's
Yeah.
€1,000 and you won 7 mil, probably you'll tell the club, whatever, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But like it's a year of wages almost. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it. But again, that's why I tweeted out. I'm not going to tweet out wiretaps of we were trying to do an Emre Can Danny Rose swap or like the Shilo Danny Rose swap at value at 30 mil. I'm like, good wiretap. It shows Paratici is an idiot, a donkey. But I don't know what to do with it because it's being pushed in a way. It's been put in a spotlight that it makes it look illegal. It isn't.
It's not.
Like I don't know what to tell you. Overvaluing players.
It's one stupid person swapping DeShilio for another stupid person, Danny Rose, and two teams agreeing on it.
And overvaluing him. But there's no rule, again, that says you cannot do it.
Exactly.
Like, I don't even know how you can change it because that's how the booking rule. Like, I don't know much. I know what I learned doing that stuff for 3 years in school, 2 years. I have no idea how you can relegate that. How you can put rules on it. Like, I don't...
Okay. Here's the thing. You and I witnessed 2 or 3 years ago Spinazzola going to Roma for 37 million euros.
Yeah.
And Luca Pellegrini coming back for 22 million euros. You are a talking head. I am a talking head. How did we know that this was wrong?
They're not worth that money. Like,
not that it was wrong, but how do we know that it's like, I know what you're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's not wrong. Like we know it was happening. Why is it all of a sudden a problem? It's not a problem. It's not.
I don't think that's. I think that's being put into the mix of all the investigations. Yeah. But I don't think that's a real. Like,
no.
I don't know how you like. I don't get it. Yeah, like you can play with the numbers like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
If you needed this microphone and I said, okay, give me $703 for it. And you said, okay, I'll give you $703. Is this microphone worth $703?
No, but
okay.
No, I get it. And if I have a company, I can book it and write it off over a few years for that value.
Yep.
It's not worth that money because I know how much that might cost. I have one.
Yep. Yeah.
But I overpaid. I did.
Yep. But you agreed to it, so who cares?
Like I'm running my company into the ground at some point, but. Whatever. I think it's being put into the mix. It's how do you want to say that? Spicy news, I guess, for some people. But I'm like, oh yeah, we valued Emre Can at 60 mil. Like, oh, okay, I get it. Maguire was valued at 80 mil. He's
investigate Leicester or whatever.
Nobody, like everybody knows.
Yeah.
Again, is there one player? There are a few, but like, can you name me 5 players in the next minute? A minute. It should be going in 30 seconds that have been brought in by Juve, and you're like, great price. That 100% we didn't overspend. Feeling, eye test, money.
Can I do that?
Yeah, in 30 seconds.
Bremer.
Usually. And I will even debate that we overpaid him for obvious reasons. Because the price was so low, we were desperate and like, gotcha, guys. You're going to pay a shitload of money. You overpay.
Yeah, like
Locatelli at the time, I'm like, we're going to get a pen.
Yeah.
Like the deal, okay, is not shady. Like it sounds shady, but hey.
Also, we're getting investigated for that apparently, but then Napoli's not getting investigated for Raspadori. Come on.
No, we're getting investigated because it's too cheap now. Being paid over way too many years. I'm like, what is now the issue? Are we overpaying? Are we underpaying? Whatever. But I will even argue that we overpay for Locatelli from what I've seen. Like that's just
Moise Kean.
Yeah, we overpaid.
Yeah.
Like I Vlahovic, we overpaid.
Kulusevski.
I like Vlahovic.
Vlahovic, yep.
We overpaid. It is what it is. I cannot recall. Like it's
Danilo.
Yeah, like City are in trouble if they're gonna look into that, because that was a robbery. I mean, I like Danilo. I'm nothing against Danilo, but we got robbed. For obvious reasons, we got robbed. We didn't we got robbed on the field, but in the books, it was Christmas Eve. But I don't know how you're gonna look into that. Still, I think that investigation got closed last year because they were like, yeah.
On what basis can you do that? I agree. Again, we're still I think in the second week since everyone resigned.
Yeah, I'm just imagining going to court and be like telling the judge they spent way too much for Kulusevski, and the judge is like, okay, not sure what we need to do with that, because that's basically the situation at this moment in time. Not really sure what to do with that information, because it's not pointless information, because like some of those things are good insights that we are getting with those leaks. It shows how the club operated, but again, like, I have no idea how you can go to court and again tell the judge, these guys over here sitting at the table, they overpay for Kulusevski, and the judge is like, who? What?
Yeah.
Who set the price? It was Atalanta. Did they agree on the price? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. What now? No idea what now. Is there a rule? Like, is there a set price like milk and bread? Like, it can't go over. I don't know if it's in Canada, but over here, like, you can't go over a set price. Whatever.
Oh, dude, we can go. Canada sucks right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, there are certain rules for certain products. You cannot go, like, it goes up, but like you cannot go over a certain amount, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if that's a rule, then okay, like, hey, you messed up. But it's not that, oh, players born in 2001 up to 2003 cannot go for that amount. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
So
I don't believe in, like, the only thing, and I've said this from the beginning, the wages and the deferred wages is the biggest problem, because that's fraudulent.
I agree.
The other stuff, as of right now, what's being said in terms of the wiretaps and I'm missing 20 million euros somehow. Like, come on. I don't like, if you're watching this, listening to this, firstly, like the video. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Secondly, if you are following Juventus news currently, I'm going to be honest, go follow Romeo Agresti, and that's it.
I agree with that.
Follow what he says, whatever he says at this moment in time, go with it.
Yeah.
That is it. Do not listen to Gazzetto. Do not listen to any other sources that are just spewing out absolute garbage. Go follow him, whatever platform you use, and until he says something, just let it be. That's how I'm doing it, and I'm actually not panicked at all. At this moment, I'm gonna say at this moment, December. This video is coming out December 8th, so I'm not panicked right now.
I'm not panicking. I'm kind of worried because I know something is up. I don't know what, so that makes me a bit worried. I'm not panicking. Like, I don't go wild if a lawyer from Napoli goes on the right and says they're gonna get relegated, and another journalist saying they're gonna get stripped of all the 9 titles. I'm like, yeah, I'm not worried about that.
That was hilarious.
That's randomness, because we're talking about the last 2 years or whatever. So
when we were when we didn't win, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. Also because, like, the Lotito thing saying I hawked Agnelli. I don't know if that's true, but whatever. But also saying we shouldn't blame Juve for all the bad things happening to Italian football. They contribute, and I think they know. We bring in a shitload of money. We spend a shitload of money in Italy for some reason. I was never happy about, they know if we fall, I think kind of everything falls, because Inter are not in good hands. The owner's in a lot of trouble. Milan are in good hands in terms of they're stable, but
on the field stuff as well.
Yeah, they're stable, but the rest of Serie A is in big trouble. Like, I think they realize they cannot fall,
Yeah.
That's why they're all so cautious and saying, well, I don't know anything about it, You're lying, know. Like, 100% you know what's going on. 100%, So, and then you have Serie A presidents and FA presidents saying, let's wait. Yeah. Then you have the Minister of Sports saying, he was taking the piss, saying, but they've fallen Previously, they got back up. That was 2006. Italy was still kind of peak. It was.
Yeah.
So it was kind of easy to get back up again. That's not the same now. Like it's
No.
just not. It's not the same. So I'm not panicking. I'm worried. It's also bad. Like I just want to focus. Like I want to be a fan. Like I don't want to. Like this is not what a fan should be doing. To be
You don't want
honest.
to be a PI, private investigator, and dive in.
Like I've read so many things the last couple of days. I learned new stuff, and I have still no clue. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm still confused every time I read an article, a good one, not Gazzetta dello Sport, random journalists just
Yeah.
not making things up, but like seeing A and B and connecting it, and it's like, yeah, you cannot really connect that, but whatever. It's difficult, You would assume, or like you would expect that Elkann knows what he's doing.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like, this guy has, but this guy, look at his track record. He is what, the CEO, the owner of EXOR.
Yeah, he leads that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like his pedigree and is at stake here. Is it that big? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Because
it's
it
a
gets
subsidized
media.
media.
It gets a lot of media. Like, besides all his other things,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
gets the most media exposure.
Yeah.
He has Ferrari, but he doesn't own Ferrari. He is president of Ferrari, by the way, but they don't have the majority stake in it. They don't.
Yeah.
They own Juve, basically. They have the majority in it. So I'm gonna say there are more Juve fans around the world than Ferrari fans. I do believe that, but whatever. It's on the spotlight because we play every single week. Ferrari drives for a few months. Like it's less of a spotlight. Football is the biggest sport in the world. So I do agree. His company's name is at stake. It is.
Yeah. So he's got to get the best heads behind this and the best, I don't know, people in his ear telling him or giving him advisories. Let's hop to another part of it, unless you have something else to say.
No, to add to that, I think that's someone told him, you need to sack those guys, or like they all need to go now, like just now, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Probably he told them the day before and the day after they all got, sacked, basically.
Yeah. Okay. And the new board will be announced January 18th, 2023. And according to, I don't remember the source, what you told me, but this source has said on January 18th, the new board will try and get Beppe Marotta back at the team to be that sporting director. Thoughts on that first? Go ahead, because I got some things to say.
Yeah, it's very conflicting with selling the club reports.
Yeah,
because if you bring Beppe back, you're not selling and you're trying to turn things around completely.
Yeah,
I think he's very good at his job, very very good. Maybe again, Inter people might say Inter have no money, so I don't think it's easy to work under that regime. I don't think it's very easy. I think he gets the best out of deals that I've seen. He gets the best out of it. Not always, but I don't think anyone does, to be honest. I think he's very good at his job. I think he will bring stability if he comes back, because I don't think Cherubini, I don't think he's bad, because if you look at the under 23s and all those players coming through, he built that basically. So he acts like he has knowledge of the game, but I think Marotta's at a different level in terms of getting deals done. Experience, he knows the club probably. We have no one in that club at this moment in time who has any clue what they need to do. Like, that's the reality. You have the coach who knows what he knows what needs to happen. You have Cherubini with little experience, and that's it. So you would say, I'm okay with that. I don't believe it's gonna happen, by the way. Not in terms of him not wanting to join back. I don't believe that's the case. I think he would accept that. I don't believe you're going for it. But then again, the same reports ended with Cherubini could leave at the end of the season to start with a clean slate. And I'm like, maybe because he was potentially, resigning. Like
that dude has nightmares, and he literally said, "I have nightmares."
yeah, maybe he wants to start with a
that
clean
dude's gonna have
slate.
PTSD. He's gonna have PTSD for the rest of his life because of what happened with Paratici. If those wiretaps are to be corroborated and true, that guy hated his life for like 3 years.
Like he sounds like a very honest man, or like wanting to do his job. I think he has potential. I do.
That's
believe.
respectable. I respect that.
Because when you go off wire tapes, he was like, "Why do we need to sell youngsters? Like, I don't get it. Like, just set the rules. Like, sell a few youngsters. Prepare. Like, just prepare to cash in. Don't prepare in terms of we can use that player or like."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you have your say now.
So, on the Morata thing, well, I'm gonna ask you because you always say no to getting people from the past.
Yeah.
This is a person from the past. Why the change of heart?
Because I will say, keep it simple. If we are owned by the same people, Elkann, we're not bringing in a foreign, like somebody out of the blue, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If it's not Morata, they will bring someone in from within EXOR or whatever, and that scares the hell out of me. It does.
Okay.
That's one. Like, we're not gonna go and get Campos. I'm just saying something because he was free or like he was on the market, quote unquote. Yeah. That's not what we're gonna do because they want to have people they know and can trust. Like, that's how they operate, and that will fill me with, how do you want to say that? Confident. It will set me at ease.
Yes.
It will make me calm. It will be like, okay, it's at least someone who knows how these things work. Like, he knows. He proved it with us.
And
he was a success.
Yeah, I was going to say, further to your point, it's not on the field stuff we're worrying about now. Like Allegri or Conte or Pogba, like how you had not a problem, but like you didn't want that to come back, but that's on the field stuff.
Yeah.
Morata in the background, he's doing deals. Like, that's what he does. That's his living. It has nothing. You're not going to lose. What's it called? You don't lose pace when you get older in the office. You know what I mean? You don't lose. You still have intelligence. You still have. You gain more experience. So that's why I just wanted to pick first. But the Morata thing. How many years does he have on his contract? Do we know?
He has a few more years. I think 2.
He has a few more years.
I think 24.
So we would have to buy him out. Are we going to do that? No.
I think you can.
I see.
Like, if it comes to that point, I think something will be figured out.
Yeah, that's fair. I think no, because now I just changed my mind. I was going to say Carnevale would be the choice because he wants to come and it'll be cheaper.
I get your point. I do. With the money wise, but I think at that point, if it's really up to because like Inter were up for like a few months ago they were up for sale almost like because
the Zangs
they lost a lot of money like in their own personal business, whatever you want to call it, and there was reports that like they can actually not own the club basically in terms of like it's an expensive toy they can. So I don't know how that's going, in which direction that's going. But I don't think if you want to get Morata, you need to pay 40 million euros.
No, I wasn't saying that either, though. But like, it's just another added thing. And then does Inter accept? They probably will at this point if you're saying that they need money.
Yeah, no, that was a report, but I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the connection is that deep because you know, remember a few years or like a few months ago, the relationship between Morata. You remember that period? It was an all-time low. Like it was almost resigning. If you remember, like it was a bad period. So I don't think it will be that of a stumbling block. But I do get your point that if it is, you need to buy him out. Yeah.
So, again, I understand and appreciate everything he like. Even with Inter, the signings he made. He made a champion. He made a champion out of that with no money. Well, they had money, but then they had to sell right away, like with Lukaku, Hakimi. So whatever. But he still got the job done, and he did his job with Juventus in the past. So I get it. Love it. How old is he now, too?
Excuse me?
How old is Morata right now?
I have no idea. 62? Like, I don't know. It's a guess. 59?
We should come better prepared in these things.
Yeah. I don't... Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
Let
And
me
then
look it up.
he had a good...
65.
What was... 65, okay.
Well, he looks younger, but okay.
What was... So how was it set up in the past when Morata was at the club when we had so much success? It was... Who was underneath him? Paratici, right?
Yeah.
It was Paratici, Morata, Agnelli... Well, Nedved, Agnelli. That was the pecking order, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now, if he comes back, is it going to be Cherubini, Del Piero, Morata, Ferrero Rocher?
I think if he comes back, also the Ferrero president, I think he's just an interim president, by the way. I don't think he's the long-term
Or that Scanavina dude.
Yeah,
He's
he's just there to, help
just
things out.
right now?
But
Okay.
even the Ferrero as president, I don't think he's the long-term solution or like option.
Okay.
If Elkann stays in, he will get, removed. I think he's just there to, steady the ship.
See it out. Yeah.
But I think if Morata really returns, I think at that point,
Is he the
I
top
think he-
dog?
I think he will be the top dog. I do believe that. You don't go
Okay.
back to come back, basically, because that's where you potentially are going to do.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, but you still need to ask Del Piero for permission. I don't think that's gonna be the case, because there was a wire.
How was that?
today
How was that
saying-
reporting? Sorry, how was that reporting order again? Was it Morata telling Nedved
that
what was
was
going to happen?
That was what I was gonna say, because there was a
Oh.
wiretap today about Paratici or like Cherubini saying if it's under 20 mil, Paratici can do whatever he wants. If it's over 20 to 50, I think it was, he needs to go to Nedved and he needs to sign off. If it's over 50, they need to go to Agnelli and he needs to sign off deals. So that was
So that was
interesting.
the reporting
too.
order.
That-
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, there was a wiretap. So up to 20 mil, Paratici can do whatever he wants. More, he needs to go to Nedved. Even more, Agnelli needs to get, give
So
the
timeout.
go ahead, basically.
So Nedved signed off on McKennie then.
Going off the wiretaps, yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's not make this about McKennie. So obviously the structure will change, and Morata's seniority will trump Del Piero if Del Piero came back in the Nedved role. So that whole structure changes. So now is Morata going to top dog it, or what's going to happen now? We'll see. We don't know what's going to happen, but in the event Morata comes back, I'm just questioning the reporting structure.
He will get the final say.
Okay. I'm semi okay with that. He's kind of stingy, but I'm semi okay with that.
Yeah, but
We kind of need stingy, but like I'm
yeah, I know. But like I said, if the family stays,
yeah.
I'm not all for bringing people back. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned that, but I'd rather have someone who I can look at and be like, okay, at least you have
know what you're
knowledge.
getting.
You know what you're getting. But
Yeah.
if I get a random person who has no idea about the sport
Yeah.
coming just in like an Arifabene, basically just coming in because
Yep.
the family knows him, and then he comes out in front of me and saying I have no idea what the sports is, I'm like, it's gonna be a long ride,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a long day. So yeah, I will be okay with that, but it's still a very, very long way to go.
And we don't even know if Morata's going to come. That's
yeah.
paper talk right now. Who knows?
It's paper talk.
I need, like, for me, if that is the reporting structure, I'm fine with Cherubini, a Carnevale, Del Piero, and new president, because it won't be Ferrero Rocher, like you said. So that's fine. Let's move on to the last talking point. It's going to be quick. It's Rabiot, what he had to say today to, who's he talking? Just a World Cup press conference or interview. Basically said, yeah, I've always dreamt of playing in the Premier League, or I've always wanted to play there. Okay, Adrian, go ahead. Like, it's time. You've been great. You've been great for 5 months. It's time, bud. Go cash in.
Yeah, yeah. I made it daily. I said I respect him. He's being
Honest.
very honest. Like, hey, I
Yep.
wish a lot of players were like that. Like, he's
Yep.
being honest. We know what he's on about, what his performances. He's being very open to.
Yep.
He said it. It will help me to get a better deal. So I hope he returns, plays like he's playing now,
Yep.
and then goodbye, because he's not worth 10 million euros. Like, what he's showing now is good, but I'm not looking at those performances. I'm like, 10 million euros. I said it in my daily.
Yeah.
Like, when I hear 10 million euros, I'm thinking De Bruyne at City,
Yep.
week in, week out. I'm thinking, uh, whatever. Like, I'm thinking Vinicius at Real Madrid, week in, week out. Like, I'm
Yep.
thinking Benzema, week in, week out. I'm thinking, like, the players who show up week in, week
Consistently.
out, consistently, not for 5 months
years.
out of a 4-year deal. Like,
Yeah.
that's not 10 million euros. I will still be shocked if someone pays 10 million euros. But he actually said, I don't care which club. So that goes to show that the goal is money at this point.
Yeah. He literally
It
said,
is.
Chelsea, Liverpool, doesn't matter to me. Come and pay me.
Yeah. So I even think re-signing him at 7 is way too much, but that's just
No,
me.
I
But-
agree. I agree
So-
with that because I think we've been saying forever. Would you resign him at a lower cost of 7 million euros? I think I would, but it has to be way lower than 7. Not way lower. Like I would sign him at 5.5, to be honest. It's still kind of a lot, but like he's making 7, so like why the hell would he drop that much? But yeah, that's what I would do. Going to the social media aspect of it, people online obviously had their say, and comparing it to, oh, Dybala this, Dybala that, delete this, delete that. It's like Rabiot's never once said I am a Juventino, or like he's never said this is my club. He's a
Wait.
mercenary.
There were comparisons? I've not seen it.
There were comparisons of how Dybala left and what we did to Dybala, like the front office did for Dybala's and Delit and all that stuff, and they made claims of what Dybala said in the media and what Delit said in the media after games and stuff. Rabiot's not once said, "I'm a like Juventus holds a place in my heart." Not once. Dybala constantly did that. Delit even said that a couple times. Like I love this team or whatever. I've never heard Rabiot say that once. So he's a mercenary. Go all the power to him, like we've been saying. Go ahead. Go get your money, man.
Yeah, I didn't see that, to be honest. Probably
Go
a
look
good thing.
at North American Juventus Twitter.
Wait, is that a hashtag? I can type
No,
in. But,
no. You know the
Um,
accounts. You can go look at them.
yeah, I mean, but like Dybala was viewed as a legend, as
Yeah.
a captain. I never viewed him as a captain, but whatever. People did. So, like Rabiot's not that guy. Like
No.
I don't like people hated on him from season 2. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't know what you want from him. Like I don't get it. Like, do you want him to come out and say, "I will give my priority to Juve first"? Like, he's being honest. Like,
Yep. And
fair
that's
play.
good.
He's playing well. Wow, being honest. Like,
Yeah.
good for him. Like, I don't know what to tell him. So if he wants to move, I'm all for it. Good luck. You're not worth that money. I'm not saying you shouldn't be getting that money. I hope he gets some money. Like, good for him. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
sitting here and be like, oh, I hope he doesn't get the money. Like, I don't really care if he gets it, but
I hope he doesn't
does.
get the money with us.
Yeah, like I don't want to
Yeah.
pay 10 million euros or even 7 million for a guy who clearly is showing up because
Yeah.
of a payday, like which
Yeah.
is very worrying at the same time. But whatever.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But if he wants to leave, power to his mom. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We tried to sell him in the summer, so I think that's all you need to know.
Exactly. Yeah, and people that are actually sad about that, sad about the Rabiot departure,
People
it's happening.
sad.
So just deal with it. Like people are like,
people
oh
actually
no,
sad?
they're not sad. They're like, we're losing
Okay.
a good player here or whatever.
Yeah,
we're losing an important player. It's like, okay.
Yeah, he's important now, but like, what
Right
about the
at this
past
very
years?
sec, yeah, at this very second, he's important. But like you said, was he decisive in our title win?
Not really.
No, 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 no. He was not. was he? Was he decisive in the Pirlo season?
No, like he had a few
No, he
good
was not.
moments, but like,
Yeah.
no,
Was he decisive last season?
no,
He
not
didn't
at
score a
all.
goal last year.
He's decisive now, for
Yes.
obvious reasons again. So
Yes.
I think, I think it's more the fear of we need to replace him while he's playing well now. I think that's
Okay.
the unknown again. But
Fine.
I think like Fagioli, Rovella, like they need time. I get it,
Yep.
but you also have a Rovella. Again,
Yep.
he will probably need time because the expectations are different.
Gonna
You know,
jump.
the
Yeah, they're
pressure
gonna
is
jump from
different.
Monza.
But then again, like we have seen Rabiot struggle for 3 years, so I like
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. You know,
Yep.
if we can save a shitload of money, because we need to save a shitload of money. But
Yep.
I don't think it's even about it's about money. Of course, it's money. But like I'm a bit mad at him because I'm like I
No.
know because I defended him way too long. I did because I liked him with PSG.
Yeah,
When
you.
we signed
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
I was very happy because I do like him. But
Yeah.
I'm mad at him. I'm like, I know you can play like you're playing now. Where were you for 3 years? What was
Yep.
going on? Like, what the hell happened? So I'm mad at him because if he played like this for 4 years, like this, like he's playing now, even though I think 10 million isn't way too much, but if the club would say, I will give you 10 million, I would probably be like, I get it. Like 4 years,
Yeah.
great. It's too much, but hey, that's what's going on. 3 years, 10
Yep.
million, okay. But he has not.
No.
So it's for me, it's a simple goodbye.
And again, he's choosing to leave. It's not like we're kicking him out the door. Like it's
Yeah.
not Juventus's choice. It's his choice. So at the end of the day, go. That's what that. And what was the old Juventus rule? If a player wants to leave, we'll get them out. Like we're not holding any hostages.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't that Morata saying? That was Morata
that's the
saying.
Bipim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his spirit. Like his I think he has that quote hanging above his bed. But
Yeah.
well,
If you want to leave, go.
we did that.
We'll
with
find a
Vidal.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah. Pogba, Vidal, like it doesn't matter. Hold no one
Yeah.
hostage.
yeah.
And that's
I think,
fine. Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to operate. You shouldn't undersell.
I agree.
Based on that, but if a player doesn't want to be at the club, it's gonna be a mess. So
Yep.
get the max out of it and keep it rolling. And the max is 0 because I made a video, I made it daily, and people are saying sell him in January. Why would people pay in January when he's free in a few months? Surely you just wait a few months.
Dennis Zakaria.
Yeah, but that was 5 mil, and he's on peanuts, quote unquote. I don't. Maybe, but do you think? Will you like? Let's be honest. And I know the situation is bad. I would not sell if we get 5 mil. I'll just keep it, because we need him. If you want to make something out of the season, we need him.
That's a
form.
budgetary win though if you sell him for 5 mil because you
Screw
got it
that.
for free.
Like it's still over the place. Nobody knows what the budget and the balance sheet looks like. So we can surely push that 5 million. Like, oh, here is up 5 million.
Pay the UEFA fine, the next UEFA fine.
But like we need him. Like people might found this sounding ridiculous, but Pogba's not fit. Paredes.
No, I agree. We need him. Like he's good this year, but
Nobody's
I
gonna
don't
pay
care.
us because I see people saying sound for 50 mil or 20. Like who the hell is gonna pay
15?
that?
what? Man United wasn't even going to pay that, were they? They were going to pay like what,
No.
12 in
Yeah.
the summer?
Nobody's gonna pay when he's
No.
asking for that. If he was asking for 2 million, that was the case, then yeah, people
Yeah.
would probably pay. He's asking for 10 freaking mil a season.
Yeah.
Like I think any team who wants him will be like, we just write it out for a few more months, like whatever.
Now France wins the World Cup and he's a main player. Ooh, what happens then?
He's gonna get a lot more money in free agency. Because I think at that point he's gonna wait.
Oh yeah,
Why wouldn't he?
yeah. If he wins the World Cup and he's like, he is a main player, but like, he, and he keeps it up, he's gonna make 12 million. 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 12
Yeah. Which is, oh my god. I mean, good for him, but he's playing
If
well.
if Newcastle make the Champions League, if they finish in the top 4, they'll offer him
But-
12 million.
But how would that be? Like, how are you gonna present that to the fans? Like the first quote unquote big money spending, and it's Adrien Rabiot. Like,
Every team starts off slow. Remember? No,
well,
they bought Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, but like he's not on 12 million euros, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. So big, high salary signing.
Yeah. I mean,
You could easily
like-
put that. You can easily say, "This guy just won a World Cup.
yeah, but like
This guy is a good player for Juventus."
he has a label of it's Rabiot, but he's playing well. Like I know he's playing well when in talk shows they're over here they're talking about Rabiot. Like when
Same
friends
with
are
in
playing.
Canada. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "What?"
I'm like, yeah, he's playing well because like if you
Yeah.
notice Rabiot play, he probably playing well, and he's playing well.
Yeah, he is. Again, no one's taking that away from him. He's our best midfielder this year, hands down.
Oh yeah,
But
easily.
he's been here for 3.5 years, not half a year.
Yeah, that's a flip side.
Yeah. So there you go. Okay. You have anything else to say about these 3 topics?
No, it will develop.
Yeah.
Every single topic we discuss will
Yeah.
develop in the coming days. So
Exactly.
just wait and see, I guess.
Yeah. So drop a like, subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube, obviously. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Follow the Bianconeri Zone for listen. Ali already mentioned this. He is tweeting out only the dead certain things that are happening from the Bianconeri Zone Twitter account. So go follow that at Bianconeri Zone. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Bianconeri Zone. Follow Alejandro on Twitter, his personal one at AlejandroBZ. Follow myself at Gennady151 and follow Justin Sofro at Justin Sofro as well on Twitter. And yeah, check in. I don't know what else to say at this point. We have how many days to wait? December 18th is the next game. So wait, we play on the World Cup day?
Yeah, I don't think it's that day then, I guess. Well, I hope not because like I'm going
I just clued in.
If it's during the final, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, no crap.
So
Anyway, I can't believe I just realized that. But tune in next time. This is episode 3, season 2 of our Bianconeri Zone podcast. We'll see you next time, everybody. Ciao.
ciao.